Welcome back to the FAQ Shack, the show where we take your most baffling questions and hunt down the answers. Today, we are diving deep into a real head-scratcher, sent in by a listener named Alex. It's a phenomenon that a ton of people have experienced, but almost nobody understands, being Ediblocked. So Alex writes, why do cannabis edibles sometimes have no effect on me at all, but other times they're extremely powerful? Alex, what a fantastic question. And trust me, you are not the only one tearing your hair out over this. It's so common and so frustrating. So let's fire up the investigation and crack this case for you.
All right, first things first, let's get one thing straight. What we're talking about here isn't just about building up a regular tolerance. That's a whole other thing. No, what Alex is describing is something much more fundamental. It's a basic difference in how your body is wired to process these things, right from the get-go.
So the term for this is being Ediblocked. As you can see, it's a state where you get a super weak or even zero response from THC you eat. But here's the absolute key to this whole mystery. See that last word? Intermittently. The fact that, like Alex said, it sometimes works, well, that's our smoking gun. It tells us this block isn't a brick wall. There must be a way around it.
Okay, so where do we even start looking for clues? Well, funny enough, our first big lead takes us to a place you probably wouldn't expect, your own personal genetic code. Specifically, we're looking at your liver and the unique little operating system it's running.
And this is where it gets really interesting. In his email, Alex mentioned that the painkiller codeine doesn't really work for him. And bingo, that's a huge clue. See, codeine on its own is pretty useless. Your body has to use a special liver enzyme, CYP2D6, to turn it into morphine. If your genes gave you a weak version of that enzyme, codeine does nothing. This tells us your liver isn't running standard software.
So when it comes to THC, you'd think the problem is that your liver is, lazy or inefficient. But the leading theory is the exact opposite. It's that your liver is too good at its job. It's called the ultra-rapid metabolizer hypothesis. Your liver has an enzyme, CYP2C9, that's so hyper-efficient it acts like a blast furnace, just incinerating THC the second it arrives. This fits Alex's no-effect story to a T.
But wait, here's the twist. Your genetics are just the starting point. They load the gun, but they don't pull the trigger. The Ediblocked experience only actually happens when a few other factors all collide at the same time to create what scientists call a perfect storm.
And let's start with a factor that sounds almost too simple to be true, one that Alex himself pointed out, just lying down. Now, I know it sounds a little nuts, but brand new research using a wild piece of tech, a simulated stomach, literally called a stomach sim, shows that your body's posture is unbelievably important for how fast your stomach lets go of its contents.
And I mean, just look at these numbers. The difference is staggering. If you lie on your right side, gravity helps things along, and your stomach can empty in just 10 minutes. That floods your liver with a giant wave of THC all at once, overwhelming it. But if you lie on your left side, gravity works against you, trapping everything for over 100 minutes. The THC just trickles out, and your super liver can easily pick it off, piece by piece. Total failure. Okay, next up in our lineup of suspects, it turns out your liver isn't the only line of defense. Your gut has its own security team. There's this little protein called P-glycoprotein, and you can think of it as a bouncer standing at the door of your intestinal cells. Its entire job is to grab molecules like THC and literally throw them back out before they ever get a chance to be absorbed. So we shared some of these early findings with Alex, and he came back with this absolutely brilliant follow-up. He asked, wait a minute, so my new health kick with probiotics is actually making it worse? He just started taking them, and what an incredible question. Could something that's supposed to be good for you be part of the problem? Well, the answer is kind of shocking. Turns out, yes. Some of the most popular probiotic strains out there, you've probably seen Lactobacillus acidophilus on a label before, can actually send a signal to your gut to produce more of those P-glycoprotein bouncers. So in trying to be healthy, Alex might have accidentally been telling his gut security manager to hire more staff, making that barrier even tougher to get through. All right, so we've got a super efficient liver acting like a kill zone, and we've got bouncers in the gut. It sounds like an impossible fortress, right? Well, what if I told you there was a secret tunnel? A way to bypass the main security checkpoint, the liver, entirely. Your gut basically has two exit roads. Route 1, the main highway, is called the portal vein. It's a direct one-way ticket to the liver. But then there's Route 2, the intestinal lymphatic system. This is like a secret back road. It's designed to carry large fat molecules, and it takes a detour that dumps its cargo right into your bloodstream, completely bypassing that first pass through the liver. And here is the absolute best part. You get to decide which road the THC takes. You are the navigator. And the key that unlocks that secret bypass route, it all comes down to the kind of fat you eat along with your edible. This is so crucial. Smaller fats, called MCTs, think coconut oil, which is used in a ton of gummies, they go straight down that main highway to the liver. That's the failure scenario. But bigger, long-chain fats, or LCTs, we're talking butter, olive oil, cheese, avocado, they're too big for the main highway. They have to be packaged up, and the THC basically hitchhikes on these packages, forcing it to take the secret lymphatic bypass. That's the success story. And the difference this makes is just mind-blowing. The science shows that pairing your edible with these long-chain fats can boost the amount of cannabinoids that get through this bypass route by up to 250 times. Not 25%, 250 times. That is an absolute game changer. So there we have it. We've collected all the clues. A hyperactive liver, the physics of how you lie down, those pesky intestinal bouncers, and now a secret bypass route unlocked by fat. Now, let's put all these puzzle pieces together and build a step-by-step protocol to crack this case for Alex and anyone else out there who's been Ediblocked.
Okay, here it is, the 4-step solution. Number 1, and this is the most important one, choose your fat. Use those LCTs, butter, olive oil, avocado, to force that lymphatic bypass. Number 2, mind your posture. Stay upright or lie on your right side to get your stomach to empty quickly. Number 3, a little kitchen hack. Add fresh black pepper. The stuff in it, piperine, actually helps to slow down both the liver and those gut bouncers. And finally, number 4, just take a look at your supplements and maybe pause any probiotics with that lactobacillus strain.
I found this quote in one of the research papers, and it just sums everything up perfectly. It says, the resistance is a hardware issue. Your genetics, your liver, that can be circumvented by software solutions, your diet and physics. I mean, how great is that? You can't change your genetic hardware. That's just how you're built. But you can absolutely change the software you run on it to get a totally different outcome. And that is how we solve the enigma of being Ediblocked. It's this wild intersection of genetics, simple physics, and a little bit of diet biochemistry. Alex, I really hope this helps you finally crack your case. And for everyone else listening, what biological mystery should the FAQ Shack tackle next? Drop your most confusing, puzzling questions in the comments below. We'd love to hear them.